Hi, I'm Johnny B, and welcome to McKinney ISD Sports Talk as we get down to crunch time for our three high schools in this football season. And our first focus is on the McKinney Lions. Proud to be joined by head coach Jeff Smith. And Coach, we talked about District 10-5A week one, that there was going to be no parties in this district when you played at home or went on the road. You go up to Sherman. They had been struggling, a tough one in the trenches, and a tough loss.
It was, our kids were disappointed, following a great win against Denison, wanted to go up there and get that win as well, and it didn't happen for us, Hats off to Sherman. They played well, and executed what they do well, and it just didn't go our way.
It seemed like this came down in some ways to a battle of the trenches.
It did. It was very physical. That's where it all took place, as you said, inside on both sides of the ball, D-line, O-line, and we struggled in there a little bit. Sherman controlled the clock. They kind of used what we do against us a little bit, ran the clock, ran the ball, controlled the ball. We had few possessions to score, didn't quite get them in, didn't get a stop or two, and so that all added up to a 7-point loss.
Still have some positives when you look at Brian Sutter. He only threw the ball 11 times, but 4 for 11, 101 yards, 1 TD, no picks.
Yeah, we threw one to Ricky Fantroy early in the game and scored, so yeah, absolutely. That we didn't. We had one turnover, that was forced, that hurt us a little bit, but we took care of the ball for the most part.
You still continue to run the ball very well. Antonio, 16 carries, 144 yards. It wasn't like you weren't making yards, just at those key moments where you needed something, it didn't happen.
Absolutely, and when we went back and looked at it, we did some good things. As you always find in the video, it's not as bad as you think it is, but it's sometimes not as good as you think it is, and there were some good things, and we definitely ran the ball well. We blocked well. Just again, we didn't get in the red zone in a few times on those few opportunities that we had to punch it in. We could have extended to 21-7 at one time down the red zone. We didn't get that in, and then they came back and scored, tied it up at 14.5, and from there, basically there was one touchdown scored in the second half, and it was them. And so, kids played hard. The effort was good, but it didn't go our way.
All right, we'll talk about the crosstown showdown in just a little bit. Let's take a look at the highlights. McKinney at Sherman. Friday Night Lights, District 10-5A. It's always a tough one.
And this was our one of our first plays from scrimmage, and it's a good run by Antonio right there. Good blocking up front. This was the pass that we were just talking about. Really good execution up front, blocking, and good throw, good catch by Ricky, and a nice block to get him into the end zone.
Great play fake by your quarterback there too.
Absolutely. Said defensively, we did some good things. Sherman had a couple of guys back that I think helped them out offensively. Their left tackle, 75, is a good player, and one of their backs came back this week. It made it tough on us.
Well, you take a look at what you did positive here, and one of the things when you have a tough loss, some great running lanes by your offensive line there on that touchdown.
No doubt, and we've got to take those positives and build on those. We're a good football team. We believe that. We've just got to put it all together and come out this next week. You
have a tough loss, but one good thing, I guess, is this week you have a rivalry game, so it's not hard to get the kids' emotions recharged. The resumption of the crosstown showdown, McKinney North. How important to the community, Jeff, is it to play this game?
It's big, it's exciting for everyone in the city, and it's good for our town, to come together and play against each other and get both sides excited about that. And it's going to be a great week. We've got a lot of games leading up to Friday night and different events, and so there's no doubt our kids are excited about this week. We're gonna learn from what we did last week, and I know this: our kids will come out and ready to play. And we talked about it on Saturday and watched the video and just talked about this next week. And we still control our destiny. We come out and play football this next week and take it one game at a time and start with McKinney North. We've got to be ready. Coaches put together a great game plan, so it's time to go out and get to work this week.
Crosstown showdown, nothing better than that. McKinney and McKinney North. Coach Jeff Smith, thanks as always for your time.
Thank you.
When we come back on McKinney ISD Sports Talk, we'll talk to the other half of that crosstown rivalry, McKinney North's head football coach Mike Fetchie.